in getting up out of this bed.
Get me a workout.
I have to do this.
The joy of starting the weight loss journey is seeing that the patients make it all the way to the end, revealing astonishing results. The journey might not be an easy one, but with Dr. Now always on his A game, you can trust patients to always have the best results. Take a seat and grab your popcorn. This is Milla's story. Milla is 47 years old, and she has no idea how much she weighs. She says that every single day of her life is miserable. She has not been able to step out of her house for more than 2 years due to how big she is. All she does is eat and sleep. Trust me, it's a very messy life she's living. Will she be able to get the help she needs? Let's see. Here is how her journey begins.
I've been trapped within these 4 walls for more than 2 years. During that time, I have not stood not one time. All I can do is eat and sleep. And every night, I fall asleep thinking that I'm not going to wake up.
Wow, it must be really embarrassing for Milla to be in such a situation. Her kids have to help her clean up before they get ready for school. If they don't do that, Milla is going to stay that way till they get back because she can't stand up from the bed.
Children their age should not have to take care of their parents. I should be taking care of them.
I'm depressed, like real depressed that she can't get out the bed, and I do have a lot of responsibility.
Geez, I can't even wish this on my enemy. 3 of Milla's kids have to work hand in hand to make sure their mom is properly clean because she's starting to develop sores all over her body. The jaw-dropping thing about her case is that her kids are disgusted by the fact that they have to do this every day.
Makes me sad because I know if my mom sits in the bed for that long and if she didn't get the help that she's getting, she'll die in the bed, you know.
Bring me plates and my oranges out the refrigerator.
Well, Milla saying sorry to the kids is not going to cut it. She says that she's depressed and feels bad because she's robbing her kids of their childhood. The sad part is that she knows it's wrong, but she just can't find a way to stop eating. If she's not careful, things might go the wrong way.
I didn't even associate food with my weight then. I was too young to understand that fully. But my father was never around when I was young, so I only had my mother and my sisters.
That has to be the worst way anybody can grow up. Milla says that the only way her mother showed her and her sisters love was by feeding them all the time. If they didn't eat the food, it was seen as rejection, and they would get a whooping. Trying to avoid that, she ate so much food. That must really suck.
But I just always feel like I want to see a child eat until they get enough.
So I kept gaining, and I just kept getting bigger. When I graduated high school, I was pushing 350, and they did not have a gown to fit me.
At least she was lucky enough to find someone who loved her and wanted to be with her with all that fat. But if we're being honest, this happens very rarely because most people never want to be with someone who weighs 5 times their weight. I guess she was really lucky to find her husband.
So we had to adopt. There were children from homes of drug-addicted parents, and my heart broke for them. So we started by adopting Jacob when I was 30. And within the next 2 years, we adopted Hannah and Caleb.
Did she just say she has no idea how big she is? Wow. But then again, it's really not surprising. For someone who hasn't been able to step out of bed in more than 2 years, I'd be surprised if she knew what her current weight is. What I can't believe is the fact that she got so fat that getting pregnant was no longer possible, resulting in her adopting most of her kids. That's crazy.
And I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything unless it's in this bed. Come on, put the bucket on Mama's bed. So most of everything around this house falls on my children.
It's honestly sad that the responsibilities now fall to the kids. Their mom can't get out of the bed and their dad has his own health condition, which prevents him from moving around with ease. Milla and her husband really need to do better for their kids. She needs to see a doc ASAP.
She'll be mad if we don't. I do feel responsible for my mom's weight because she can't get up and get it. It's just hard to know what to do when she wants food because we feel bad for her because she's on the bed.
I can't be the only one who gets mad anytime she says that. What does she mean by she can't stop eating? Isn't she worried about the fact that she could die? Or is she forgetting that she's the only mom they have? Wow, that's disappointing for real.
Oh, okay. Can I place an order for pickup? It's all? Will you pick this piece up for me? Why?
Cause, Mom, you already know, Mom. Why do you do that?
Go and pick up my pizza right now.
Man, I can't believe Milla right now. She knows she is hurting herself. She knows her eating habit is out of control. She knows that she should not be doing any of what she's doing, and yet she still keeps doing it. It's almost as if she doesn't care at this point.
Half years, so riding in the car is going to be tough on her. Just praying that she be okay.
Everyone is putting their lives on hold just so I'll have this chance, and I'm not taking that for granted.
She needed at least 6 people to get her out of bed? Damn. I don't even know what to say. At least she's making the bold step by agreeing to see Dr. Now. She's about to head to Texas, and one thing I know is that it's not going to be an easy ride for her.
I have 5 children.
5 children?
20-year-old and 2 16-year-olds, a 15-year-old, and a 10-year-old, and my husband.
Some of those kids are very young.
750 pounds? To be honest, I thought she would weigh 1,000 pounds. Oh well, Milla finally makes it to the hospital, and Dr. Now tells her the blunt truth, which is the fact that she has created a very bad situation for herself, and she needs to address them ASAP.
Food anybody bring in for you, family and all that, okay?
If they brought it, I wouldn't eat it. I'm ready.
Okay, we'll see if we can get you situated and do some testing on you, see what's going on, okay?
That's surprising. Milla can't actually eat food that's not junk? Wow, good for her. Seems to me like she's ready to take her life seriously. Dr. Now wants her to get her weight going in the right direction before he decides what to do next.
Now we're gonna send you home to keep making progress on your own.
Okay.
And I want you to lose another 50 pounds over the next couple of months. It will show me that you and your family are ready to make the changes you need.
This is where things might be a little tricky. Dr. Now wants to send her home and see if she can lose weight without the hospital's help. The big question now is, can her family help her with this? Because they literally give her anything she wants to eat.
To help, the kids have been taking turns doing physical therapy with me. Okay.
Since mom has been home from the hospital, we help her work out every day. I'm proud of her, of the commitment she's putting forth. I'm pretty excited about it.
Oh, wow. Is this the same Milla that couldn't stand up from the bed by herself? That's impressive. It's even more impressive to see that her kids are helping her out in the work to make sure her weight drops and she can make the right weight for her surgery.
644, so you lost about 60 pounds. Okay, that's good. Milla has done well. She lost the weight she needed. So this time, I'm going to approve her for lymphedema surgery.
Yay! Looks like Milla is going to be able to walk again. Sending her home worked out for the best, and Dr. Now says he can now go ahead with the lymphedema surgery because she made the cut. That's really good for Milla.
Couple more stitches, we're gonna be done. Everything looked good. Surgery went very well. With the 5-pound fluid that we lost, we removed 43 pounds from her body.
Milla's lymphedema survey was a success. Dr. Now says that the next thing she needs to do is get up from her bed and try to work. If she's unable to do that, he is not going to approve her for weight loss surgery. Looks like the job is not done just yet.
Up to stand, but when she has to put weight on her leg, she just can't get herself to do it. So we're gonna have to find a different way to motivate her.
Milla has been doing so well, but there's just one problem. She finds it very difficult and painful to put weight on her legs, preventing her from being able to move around. Dr. Now brings up an idea that might help motivate her. Hopefully, it works out for her.
Are you on there?
Yeah, I want to share. Thank you.
See?
Yeah. I can't believe I'm in a wheelchair. I've been in a wheelchair in years. It's been so long since I've just been able to go outside.
Because I like seeing my mom up like this. It gives me hope.
This is David's story. David's life is summed up by the fact that food is the only thing that gets him out of bed every day. He has gotten so fat that he gets stuck trying to get out of his vehicle, which is ridiculous. At this point, the only person who can save him is Dr. Now, and his weight loss journey begins.
It started getting so bad. I'm in agonizing pain. That's when my weight has really been taking its toll. I take muscle relaxers for my back and then heavy prescription pain pills.
Hell no. Did you guys see how hard and how long it took him to get up from the bed? At some point, I thought he was not going to be able to stand up. Geez, David, what have you done to your body? Does he even get out of the house?
Getting dressed, the hardest thing I do all day. But I have my foster mom, Robin, to help me when I need help. If it wasn't for her, I would have given up on myself by now. Hey, Robin, can you help me put on my socks?
Oh, thank heavens she is in his life. Imagine if he didn't have her. His life would undoubtedly be a wreck. He even admitted that he once fell down but was able to get back up. Bro, I would not be able to live with myself if that happened to me.
Eat as much as I could when a meal was given to me, because sometimes you wouldn't know you're gonna get fed again for days. Around the time I was 3, I got placed with a permanent foster family, the Nelsons.
This explains why he eats so much. David has always been in foster care. His foster parents would constantly beat him, and he despised his childhood. As a child, his primary source of happiness was food. He ate a lot since he didn't know when his next meal would be. That's just sad.
Living with Robin is the best environment in foster care I've ever dealt with. She took me in as one of her own. When she introduced me, she said, "This is my son, David." She was always there to help me with my homework, and I went down from about 350 down to 280.
His prior foster parents expelled him for this this reason. Robin, his new foster mother, welcomed him and made him feel at home. She even helped him to lose a few pounds. However, once he enrolled in university, things took a bad turn. He started drinking, going out, and adding more weight. Phew, if only there was someone to help him through all this.
I wanted to see the United States, and I could afford to because when I was sleeping in my semi-truck, I didn't have to pay rent, so I got to see all the states. I didn't leave the road for a year. This was pretty cool.
That must honestly be very sad. David says that he got depressed, and there was a time in his life that all he could think about was taking his own life. He had gotten so fat that he couldn't even do anything with himself. All he wanted to do was die. That must really suck.
And walking just a few feet, pretty painful.
All right, we'll stay out of the candy aisle. Don't be looking at the pizzas.
Get some eggnog.
That's not low-cal.
No, but it's delicious.
If we're being honest, David makes a lot of bad food choices. All he wants to eat is junk food and things that have very high calories, which aren't good for his health. He can't even walk 5 steps without taking a break. If only his mom would help him do better with his eating habit.
At this weight, nothing's easy. Besides laying down. Even sitting sometimes gets painful. My food problem is killing me by, weighing down my heart. And my back's already messed up.
I'm glad he knows this. He sleeps with oxygen because he has breathing problems, and he is scared that someday he might go to bed and not wake up the next morning. I think it's time for him to meet the doc. This has gone on for way too long.
Oh! Okay.
Unbelievable. Is he stuck? My goodness. David finally decides to make his way to Houston, where he is going to meet Dr. Now. It's a long drive, so he decides to break the journey. Guess what? He can't get out of the vehicle. Wow.
It's been a little while since I weighed myself, and I know I've gotten worse since then. I just hope that I'm in the 600s. We're ready to go.
You can step up on the scale. Your weight is 763.
He weighs 763 pounds? Damn, that is a lot. David was hoping that he wouldn't weigh more than 600 pounds, but sadly, his weight is way more than that. Slimming down from 763 pounds is not going to be easy. But first, let's see what Dr. Now has to say.
That's a big trip, and it's going to take a toll on your body going back and forth.
Right.
So it's going to be important you move down here, okay?
Well, I'm glad Dr. Now wants to help him. He tells David to lose 80 pounds in 2 months so he can meet the target weight for his weight loss surgery. Will he be able to make the cut? I guess we're going to see. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
Well, I'm glad you got to where I needed to be mentally to start making the changes you need. So that's good. And I'm glad you lost 67 pounds.
Thanks,
But
man.
that's a starting point.
Good one, David. After working hard to meet his target weight, he falls short, but just by a few pounds. Dr. Now tells him to move down to Houston, and if he is able to lose 30 pounds in a month, he is going to get his surgery done. David is doing really well, and it's impressive to see him work towards being better.
The last time, hopefully I can still get the surgery.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. What if they postpone it?
And I guess I'll just have to get back on track and lose the weight.
Yeah? You feeling pretty good about it?
Oh, come on. David was doing so well, and now he goes on to add more weight, making Dr. Now cancel the weight loss surgery. Man, that's really disappointing for real. Let's hope he can work hard once again to meet his target and have this surgery done once and for all.
Have a seat right over there.
All right. Okay. Oh, man, what? What's up, Doc?
I'm glad you made it. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was raised in foster care.
Seeing that David was still finding it difficult to meet his target, Dr. Now suggested that he go see a therapist, and maybe that would help with his ability to cut down his weight. So far, it seems like David has a lot bottled up in his heart. Would this be enough for him to get surgery?
To need with Dr. Paradigm. And because of your progress, I'm going to give you an easy goal this time. This time I want you to lose 45 pounds in 2 months. And if you do that, I'm going to approve you for weight loss surgery.
The list of things Chris is unable to do keeps getting longer every day. Getting out of bed every morning is one of the hardest things Chris has to deal with. His body is literally tired and is ready to give up on him at any point. Does he have what it takes to get better before his body gives up on him? We'll see. Here is how his story begins.
I'm too big to sleep in a normal bed, so I have to sleep on a mattress 1 foot off the floor. And to get to my feet, I roll forward out of bed.
Man, he must really hate his life at this point. Imagine having to go through all of this every single day. I would honestly lose my mind if I were in his shoes. It's amazing that he has not given up or allowed his weight to get the best of him. I wonder how he got this fat.
When I take a shower, I can't stand up in the tub for, 5 minutes at most before I end up sitting back down on the side of the tub. I'm trying to keep up with my own cleaning.
That's sad. Chris says that he lives all by himself, and sometimes his ex and her husband come to check on him. As much as he hates asking them for help, he doesn't have a choice. Asking for help makes him feel like a failure and is just heartbreaking.
Because of the weight and the fat in between my legs, I can't stand up straight, so they're constantly pushing apart, which makes it really uncomfortable to stand in the kitchen for a long period of time, so I actually have to sit on a cooler that I sit on when I cook.
Haha, I can't believe he called it going red. Chris says that when he prepares his meals in the kitchen, he uses his head and not his brain. That's why once he's done, he has so much food on his head. Once he starts eating, he can't stop himself. Phew, that's honestly not good.
My brother Tommy and my sister Crystal, if it was Taco Tuesday and mom happened to bring home a big bag of tacos, if you didn't eat as much as you could eat, they weren't there when you went back later.
Well, that clearly explains a lot if we're being honest. Chris's mom says that she takes most of the blame because when Chris was a child, she never stopped him from eating as much as he wanted. Anytime his siblings could not finish their meals, Chris was the food bin of the family because he never liked to waste food.
She'd come home, drop off, some money or some food, and then she would come home for a couple days. She's just gone all the time. I was 13 years old. I really wanted to go do stuff, and there was a lot of times I couldn't go anywhere and I couldn't see my friends because I had to stay home and watch my brother and sister.
Let's not even lie. He looked good when he used to play football. Chris remembers when he was much younger. He had muscles, and almost every girl in high school wanted him. The big question now is, how did he go from that to what he currently is?
The only job that I could find was delivering pizza. But besides all that, somehow me and Kaylee really hit it off. So I moved in with her, and I found a better job working at a call center. And then it was good times.
That's so sweet. Now he makes me feel like a baby. Chris says that his daughter is the center of his universe, and it makes him happy that he has the most beautiful daughter in the world. One thing is for sure, he needs to make the right decision so he can always be there for his little Zoe.
I think we just both knew it was coming. We decided to separate. There was no fight, but breaking up was hard on me. I would see Zoe, but I missed Kaylee. I didn't have anyone to do anything with anymore, so every night after work, I would just go eat food.
Damn, that is something that would make most people break down. Chris says that his breakup with his ex took a toll on him. Aside from that, the company he worked for shut down, and he had to travel to another city to start all over. His best friend was none other than food.
I was just completely blown away. I just lost the best job that I'm gonna get. I was making really good money, and that was the kind of the tipping point where I gave up.
His mom has got to be the best. Chris told her about his condition and everything he was going through, and his mom dropped everything she was doing and decided to come meet up with him. No one can love you better than your mom, and this is a very good example.
Chris?
Yeah, come on up, Mom.
Can you tell me how this many stairs?
It's forever.
Hey, you.
Hey, Mom. I miss you.
I miss you too, sweetheart. Oh, my stories. You didn't tell me.
Well, you know now.
Yeah, I do.
I look great, right?
I could sit down here and listen to him and his mom talk all day. It's been 6 years since they saw each other, and his mom tells him that if he called sooner, she would have been here. Things might not have been this bad. Their bond will make you miss your mom. Trust me.
Into the bag, pretty much.
Are you going to be able to do it?
Yeah, I'm going to take the blankets and, maybe shove it in front of my knees so it's not get a little padding on the dash. Yeah, hurts a lot.
You about ready then?
That's everything. Just don't let me forget my wallet on the way out.
All right.
You can't but love the fact that Chris has agreed to make the bold step. He is packing up things with his mother, and they are about to make the drive to Houston to see Dr. Now. Looks like his mom coming to see him was a good influence.
Outside of Mom's driving in that crucial storm moment, my knees and my legs and my back are in so much pain. I need to get out. I need to lie down and rest.
Somehow, it doesn't come as a surprise that they have to break the journey. Chris says that his body is starting to hurt a lot and he needs to rest before things get out of hand. At least he has his mom to keep him company. She seems to be a really fun person.
I wish my mom wasn't going to see my actual weight. I'm embarrassed for her to see it. She already knows I'm over 600 pounds. I just hope it's not a lot higher than that.
Your weight is 620.
Wow, 620 pounds is a lot. Chris gets to the hospital and he is finally able to check what he weighs. He is on the high side and you can see the fear written all over his face. I'm sure he feels like Dr. Now won't want to help him out. But let's see how the meeting goes.
To control your weight. And next page will tell you food to avoid. This is all gonna be up to Chris. And the question is, with his mom coming back in his life, if she's gonna be the support he needs.
Well, that concludes the first meeting Chris will be having with Dr. Now. The doc wants him to lose 80 pounds in 2 months and also wants him to work on his eating habits. He assured the doc that he was going to meet the target. Is he up to the task?
Those onions?
Yeah, we had a lettuce wrap with a bunch of stuff in it, which the stuff he had in it, I didn't really like it. I only had the ham and full.
All right, and clean up.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, it's really impressive that Chris was able to drive himself to the hospital without the help of his mom. There were doubts, but Chris seems to be doing pretty well with his weight loss journey. Hopefully he meets the cut and gets her his surgery done.
And that's all gonna come down to this weigh-in and if I made it to my goal or not. To lose 80 pounds by today, so I'm really hoping I did.
Your weight is 566.
Ish, just 20 pounds short, but that's still some very impressive progress. From the moment he drove himself to the hospital, you could honestly tell that he had lost quite a lot of weight. But is this good enough for his surgery?
That would be crazy.
You got all the ingredients to make a good progress. You got your frame of mind in the right place and goals to help motivate you. So you're gonna succeed with that. Just keep it up. So as soon as you move down to Houston, let me know.
Good news, good news, good news. Dr. Now is proud of how far he has come. He wants Chris to lose some more weight, and once he is able to do that, he is going to get him approved for weight loss surgery.
Dr. Now told me I need to lose another 30 pounds by today.
Just let it zero out and then we'll get on the scale. Okay, you can step up on the scale.
So that means I need to be down to 536, and I feel really confident I did that.
That is actually awesome. And yet again, Chris has been able to cut down his weight and meet the new target Dr. Now wanted him to get to. One thing I'm sure about is that Chris is going to get his surgery. Good one, Chris.
Chris, you lost 238 pounds, so you've done a good job in losing weight. I am proud of you and your family for continuing making progress.